Hey guys, it's Darwin here with a full review of the Zpacks Nero. Alright, so before we get started, I do not work for Zpacks in any way, and I was not paid to do this review. Zpacks did, however, supply me with a sample of the Nero to test, review, and let them know my thoughts. If you guys want to find out more information about that, I'll put a disclaimer in the description box below and you can find more info. So, let's talk about the Nero Pack. I picked this guy up specifically for my section hike of the Arizona Trail last month. Now, as you guys might know, one of my favorite all-time packs is a Zpacks pack, and that is the Arc Blast. I love that pack, and that is the pack that I will be carrying next year on my thru hike of the PCT. But for that section of the Arizona Trail, I wanted to put together a little bit lighter of a kit and try something that I've never tried, and that's getting down to a base weight of 7 pounds. So for that task, I chose the Nero because it's an insanely light pack and it's perfect for an ultralight setup on the trail. Now overall, I have really enjoyed this pack and it's done phenomenal for me. It's held up great to everything that I put it through. It's been super comfortable and it's been the perfect size for that gear loadout. All right, so before I start talking about what I like about the pack, let's go over the specs. So the Zpacks Nero has a total capacity of 38 liters. Now that's 25 liters for the main body, the main compartment of the pack, 8 liters on the mesh pocket that is on the outside, and 2.5 liters for the individual pockets on the side. The pack has an overall load capacity of 20 pounds, which means that if you're going to be carrying the Nero, you need a base weight between 5 and 6 pounds. For my Arizona Trail section, I did have a base weight of 7 pounds, so I was definitely pushing that max weight limit. However, I was comfortable with the loadout that I had in this pack. The Nero is made of a very heavy-duty Dyneema composite or Cuban fiber. It's completely seam sealed and is waterproof. Now, without any of the extra accessories that you can add onto the pack, the overall weight of this guy is 10.9 ounces and they retail for $200. Now you can get the pack in a few different colors and all of Zpacks stuff is always made to order, so it does take a little bit longer to get this guy to your door. All right, so let's go over some of the features of the pack. So the Nero is a frameless pack, which means it has no internal or external frame. The only thing that Zpacks added onto the pack was this pad. So you can take this pad in and out, and it is a seat pad, so an ass pad, kind of like the Z-Rest that I typically carry. It has fixed shoulder straps with no load lifters, nice thick padded shoulder straps, exactly like the ones that are on my Arc Blast, which I absolutely love. It has a nice adjustable sternum strap, a non-padded hip belt that is fully adjustable so you can extend the torso length if you want, or you can remove it, and then a roll top compression closure system. So the compression straps that are on the side not only compress the pack, but they're also what keeps it closed and locked down into place. Like I said, overall, this pack was perfect for what I took it out for. And with a 7-pound base weight, even though that was over the suggested base weight, it still worked great and held all of my gear phenomenal. The max weight that I had in this pack was 17 pounds, so I was pushing it a little bit, and that was with 5 days of food and 2 liters of water. Some of the features that I really love on the pack are obviously this big mesh pouch that I can put everything on the outside. So I kept my water filter, my rain jacket, my ditty bag, my toilet paper, anything that I wanted to easily access, I put it on this mesh pouch. Now with a pack like this, when you are carrying such a light load, a lot of times hikers don't want to use a hip belt. And that's why Zpacks put that really single one piece of webbing hip belt on there that has no padding. And a lot of times I would actually hike without that. Now you can remove the hip belt and make it a completely non-hip belt pack, but I did keep it on there just in case I was carrying a little bit of extra load and I wanted to support the weight on my hips. Now, if you feel like you need a little bit of extra padding, they do make hip belt pouches that actually have padding on them that you can buy separately and add onto the pack. Another cool feature that I think Zpacks does with all their packs is they put a full daisy chain on the front shoulder straps so you can add things and different components like this small little pouch that I added to mine that I kept my phone and my camera in. All right, so now that I've told you what I like about the pack, let's talk about a few things that I didn't necessarily dig. So number one would be the top closure system. Now, even though I really respect that Zpacks wanted to get the pack as light as possible, I don't really like how the pack closes. So on my Arc Blast, it has a Velcro top that clips together, rolls down, and then has a compression strap, where this is sort of similar, which it has the Velcro, you roll it down, and then it has these cords to where you cinch it down, and that's what holds the pack closed. Now, sometimes these started to get kind of loose, and I wish that I would have had that compression strap to where I could really pull down the weight. Now, obviously, adding all that stuff would add weight to the pack, but I don't think it would add too much, and I think that it would make the overall pack closure much sturdier and a little bit less of a nuisance when you are trying to roll it down. And then the other thing that I didn't really dig about the pack, and I don't think that I'm alone here, is the pad that they include. So even though it's nice that Zpacks did include this pad, it's kind of uncomfortable. For one, it's too small for the system that it's in, and I constantly felt it moving around and kind of rubbing my back, which over time could create chafing, and I wasn't a big fan of that. The other thing is because it is a solid, thick piece of foam, it created a lot of sweat on my back. So what I actually did was I took this guy out, and then I replaced it with a piece of Thermarest Z-Lite. Now, as you can see, this piece is a lot wider and a lot longer, so overall it made a better back panel, and because it has the little divots in here, it allowed a little bit more airflow and it allowed it to breathe. So aside from that, I really have no complaints about the Nero. It's been a really phenomenal pack, and not only for an ultralight backpacking pack, but it also makes a really great day pack. So I actually used it as a day pack for a 17-mile hike in the Grand Canyon last month. Snuggles and I hiked down to the river and back up the other side, and it was great for that. So I would definitely also suggest it as a day pack. And I really look forward to testing this a lot more and putting a lot more miles on it. But as of now, I got about 200 miles on it, and it's been working great. If you haven't had a chance yet, go over and check me out on Instagram. I've been posting a lot of new photos lately of some of the things that Snuggles and I have going on throughout the week, plus some pictures from some past hikes. If you found any value in this video, go ahead and hit that like button. Subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. And as always, guys, thanks for watching.